South Korea to be exact.
What
Oh,
happened?
God.
Oh, yeah. That's what I have
I
to
don't think you have to
distinguish.
specify that. Anyone who assumes North Korea will be like,
That's the case. North Korea needs English too more than ever.
Hi, I'm Omega Rex W.
Hi, I'm Neil.
Hey, my name is Chris.
Hey, I'm Mark.
Hi, I'm Melvin.
Hi, I'm Matt.
Wang. Team Ayoko.
Hey guys, it's Team Expat podcast with Melvin, Neil, and our guest Megan, who is my sister. So I've known her for 28 years. Well, no, less than now because she's moved and now she's in Korea, which is why we have her today. Being an expat, now teaching English overseas, starting in China and now Korea. So go ahead, Megan. Tell us, start off with why you decided to pursue, I guess, your career that led you to Korea or international travel.
I decided to be a teacher because it's fun and because I figured I could be pretty good at it, and I'm pretty good at coming up with games for learning. So I can make it fun for me as well as for the kids. And I do like being in a different country from everyone else. It's nice. And it's nice exploring new things. Every day is a new experience.
As an expat, do they provide the housing?
My last job didn't. I pay for my own rent, but this is the rent's paid by my boss.
Cool.
Right.
Do you get to choose, or is it?
He let me look at like 3 different apartments, choose my next one.
You have no work today?
No, I work at a hagwon. It's a cram school, which means that I work in the afternoons.
Oh.
So after their actual school, they go to me.
Oh.
But actually, the kids are still doing like online classes because I don't think Korean is it open?
Like what's it called here? Kumon. Yeah. That's it's Korean.
So do you do video, or are you actually going somewhere?
I actually go to work.
Oh, okay.
But I think other places are still doing just video.
I see. How you like it over there?
It's fun.
Yeah?
It's really nice here. Yeah.
Where are you? Like what? Like as if I'm gonna know.
Yangsan, which is by Busan. It's, South Korea is a peninsula, so I'm like all the way down south.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
You know that movie, Train to Busan?
No.
Train to Busan on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where she lives.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm like 30 minutes from Busan.
With COVID over there, what's it like?
It was a lot worse at the beginning of the year, but now it's almost back to normal. Like I said, I think schools are open, like the act schools, but I can't be sure.
But how about restaurants and gyms or whatever else businesses are open too?
Oh, they're open, and people are starting to go, like, there's Zumba classes in the park again, and it's for people.
Nice.
So their actual gatherings seem like they're a lot better than over here. Because the gyms over here are still closed.
But everyone wears a mask still.
Oh, yeah.
How long have you been in where you are now, though?
I'm going my second year.
So do you have a collect group of friends that you you were in China with first, and then they came with you there, or is it just a whole new beginning when you went to Korea?
New beginning. Same to Taiwan, anyone. And when I came, I also didn't know anyone. I just showed up and tried to people.
Oh wow, uncharted territory multiple times. And then you want to stay there after this contract, or you want to go somewhere else?
I think really fun, but part of me wants to go back to Taiwan, probably Taipei.
What do you miss in the States that you can't get I guess in Korea?
Vanilla soda and root beer.
Really, out of all things,
Yeah.
That's the first thing. That was a pretty quick answer too.
Because I was looking for vanilla Coke because I really wanted it, and then
Yeah, but they have strawberry Coke over there, don't they?
no, I don't like.
Wait, strawberry Coke?
Strawberry Coke?
Yeah, I was reading this article and they were saying like, oh, in America, we're finally gonna get strawberry Coke, which is popular in like Asia.
Really?
Like yeah, Coke infused with strawberries. I've never tried it, but
Interesting.
I mean we have cherry, so I can't imagine like what will be the biggest like hoopla about it. But they said they're try and bring it over here for us to try. I guess
Interesting.
it's popular over there. What can you get in Korea, McDonald's or like Korea Wendy's or something?
Bulgogi burger.
Oh.
Bulgogi burger.
I don't like it though.
Oh, it doesn't taste good.
Because it's commercial. It doesn't taste as good.
Yeah, I mean, you could get bulgogi, which is good, or you could get burger, which is good, but I don't really care for the bulgogi burger.
It sounds good. And she just shot it down.
It's just my taste. I don't really care for it.
Do you drink soju or do you drink something else over there? Like a Korean beer? Like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. What's the alcohol of choice?
If I go out, usually I'll just order just like gin and tonic or something. And then sometimes someone will order, I don't buy soju myself, but whenever someone brings a soju to the table and they ask people to share, I'll be like, okay, I'll take one shot. It's fine.
So do you find a lot of diversity over there? Like you see like the other Filipinos or maybe other cultures that are there, like let's say like Russian people or people from Australia?
If you go to Busan or Seoul, like those bigger cities, or Daegu too, there will be a lot more. Where I am, I don't see too many. I haven't seen any Filipinos in Yangsan. Or if they're here, I haven't talked to them.
Do they treat you any differently, knowing that you're from outside?
Well, I kind of blend in, so no one's going to notice unless I talk to them.
Right.
And when I do, they're usually like, "Oh, you're American. Oh, you're Korean. It's okay."
Yeah, because your daily life is interacting with Koreans. So I was like, how do you communicate with them? You know, if they're not speaking English back.
I just know the very basic things like how much is that, right?
Okay.
Or can I have one of this, right? Yeah, but if they try to have a conversation, like sometimes they'll ask me a question and I know what they're asking. I just don't know how to respond.
I see.
Like, why did you come to Korea? And I said, I like Korea.
So the people that you hang out with are obviously English-speaking people.
Yeah, there's a group of foreigners here, which is nice.
All expats?
All expats. Most of them are teachers. Some of them are not teachers, but most of them are just like me.
Okay, so how do you just meet people through the company or?
Here in Korea, I joined a Facebook group, which is like Yangsan Foreign Teachers kind of group.
Okay.
And there's ESL teachers of Korea. There's expats in Korea. There's a lot of Facebook groups for meeting people.
Oh.
In Taiwan, I didn't have any friends when I first came to Taiwan, and I just saw a foreigner sitting at a restaurant, and I went up and talked to him.
And then you became friends?
Friends in Taiwan. Yeah, I was like, I need friends. I don't know anyone here.
No, but I mean that you had to develop your like social skills and be much more comfortable and confident to be able to do that.
Yeah,
right?
Nah, that makes sense.
I don't know about building up my social skills, but yeah, more brave.
Yeah, you would have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time we all heard that you were going to go to Taiwan, and we were like, wait, what? What is she doing?
Yeah.
It was such a surprise to us.
How's the dating over there? Do they use the same apps, or they have like their own Korean apps?
They still use Tinder and OkCupid, but they also use this
Hello Korea?
Coffee Meet and Go, coffee something.
Coffee and bagel, or is it coffee and kimchi over there?
I don't know. I don't use it, so I don't know what it's called, but it's something to do with coffee. And they also use Bumble, I think.
Oh, okay. So those are pretty much the same generic
ones. The big ones, yeah.
Yeah, like Bumble, coffee and bagel, OkCupid, Tinder, Hinge, and stuff. All right. I thought there would be like a Korean-based ones, like Kakao Talk. Like they have their own messenger over in Korea that we've adopted here.
They have a lot of things in Korea. They have Kakao Talk, Kakao Map, Kakao Metro, Kakao Taxi.
Oh, they like own like
Wow.
a bunch of different things over there, huh?
Yeah,
no,
if you
Kakao-
ever come to Korea, you have to download all those apps to get around because Kakao Bus is very helpful too.
Yeah, cacao is huge. Like I went to Super H Mart and they had like a cacao store and they're like selling like the stuff. You know the emojis that they have on cacao?
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
have their own like plushie store just for
Oh.
like their toys. I was like, what the hell?
I didn't realize it was that big. I thought it was just like one of those apps that we talk to each other, like a group thing, but I didn't realize how big it was.
They're like the Google there or like the Facebook
Yeah.
over there, something like that.
So is Google not big there at all?
No, I think people still Google. I don't know if they have Google on their phones though.
They probably just use Google as a browser, but Kakao is like
Yeah.
the functional app for everything versus like us with Google Maps, Hangouts, and Gmail.
Yeah, I don't think they use Google Maps here very often.
Yeah.
It's usually Kakao Maps or Naver Maps.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting.
What would you say is the weirdest thing about living there?
I don't know. There's some things that I noticed, but I don't know how different they are. I guess one thing is like in the Philippines, when you say hi, you would like put your head up,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But over there, you have to bring it down.
Oh, like more bowing, right?
Like we're bowing.
But they don't bow. Like when I went to Japan, you actually bow down when you see people here. It's just kind of like a nod.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I first came here, I thought I would have to bow all the way down all the time.
Like at the hip.
Yeah, like really
Oh.
go, hello.
Yeah.
When you apologize now, do you rub your hands? Do you see that when the kids apologize and ask for mercy, do they rub their hands in front of you? You never
Yeah.
saw that? They do that?
But if they say sorry, then they start going back to that one Korean song where it's like, sorry, 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 sorry.
Okay.
And that song's older than them, so I'm surprised that they still know it.
Oh, it's a culture.
From their parents probably too.
Yeah.
So you don't drive over there, huh?
I haven't driven in 3 years now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You don't take like a moped or something?
The one time I tried to learn how to drive the scooter, those Vespa things, I
Yeah.
almost crashed. And I was like, okay, nope, never again.
That was it.
I give up trains and buses and taxis. That's good enough.
You don't take like a bike or anything?
I'm not very good at biking either.
What's your form of ID? Is it a passport or you actually have like a local ID?
I have an ARC,
What is that?
alien registration card.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's one weird thing. In both Taiwan and Korea, when they take your picture for your ARC, they Photoshop it to make you pretty.
Oh,
What?
it's like filtered.
But then it doesn't look like me anymore. It looks like Korean version of me or something.
What do they like lighten your skin, make sure all
Yeah.
the blemishes are gone? They Photoshop your face.
In both of the pictures, I'm Photoshopped.
The DMV is gonna get pissed if they ever heard they had to do that.
What?
It's already hard enough to get your license. They're gonna be like, "Can you fix my blemishes?" Ugh.
That is pretty weird though. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Because it's taking away what you actually look like.
Yeah, God forbid they have to identify your body or something like that. It's just like, who the is this?
Yeah.
I
They-
don't
they have to-
know.
they
It's
have to
just what they
refilter it.
do.
So like they filter your face pretty, and then they have to identify it. Be like, oh, we have to use the ugly filter to like
Undo what they just did.
the undo filter. Like, what would she look like with more acne? Like, I think she, like, you know what I mean? Like, how am I gonna match her to her ID if I don't know like her?
Was it hard for you to convert to the metric system?
I don't really, because I'm not measuring anything.
Oh, that's right. You're not driving. You don't
You're
have
not
to worry
driving.
about kilometers versus miles.
The
or
only
anything
thing
like that.
is the Celsius Fahrenheit thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been hard. Well, in the beginning, right? You're probably used to it now.
I'm used to it, but I still mess up. Like I'll say, oh, it's hot. It's 26 degrees. And I think that's like 80 or something in Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But I'll be totally off.
20 degrees
Okay.
Celsius. I think that's pretty hot, no?
Yeah. Yeah. 30 degrees is really, really hot.
It's something with like the number 32 you got to do some math with, right?
Yeah.
Like minus or
Yeah.
add 32.
Yeah. Then there's some different. I don't remember.
It's pretty hot here right now. It's around 20. So it's around, I guess, in Fahrenheit, like, I think it is around 80 here right now. How's it over there?
It's getting there now, around that
Yeah.
70s, 80s, at least.
Yesterday, it was
Yeah.
like 86. So for you guys, that'll be like, what, 21 degrees? 22?
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Yeah.
Is it considered summertime there right now?
Yeah, and it's so surprising. Just because of how everything felt during the Corona times, it feels like it should be spring, but it's summer.
What are the seasons there? Are they the same?
The same, yeah, because I think Busan, same latitude as New Jersey about. Actually,
Oh, really?
I feel like I need to Google that. Yeah, it's not as hot as Taiwan and the Philippines.
How's the traffic?
Traffic. Not, you know what? It seems okay. Like I said, I don't really drive, so I don't
About like
notice.
when you're on the bus? Oh, you're just not even paying attention.
Yeah, I'm usually sleeping, which is not a good thing, but I do it anyway.
No, I heard it was efficient there. I mean, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Like I heard they have like tourist reviews and stuff like that. That like Korea especially has like the best like public transportation in terms of getting around, like easy to follow.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Korea, Japan, and Taiwan have really great metro systems.
Yeah, compared to over here.
You've been to Japan?
It's very clean and very nice. Yeah. I went to Japan when I was in college.
Yeah, remember she lived there?
Yeah, I studied there.
Oh, that's right. Wait, Korea, that's where I think when I was going to the Philippines one year, I stopped in Korea. And that's where like their toilets are lower, right? In the airport?
That's mostly Asian countries though. Like
yeah, that's all over, not just Korea. But yeah, Korea has lower toilets, but some of the airports have those nice toilets where there's like a million buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, my new apartment, when I move out of this apartment to the next one, it's going to have one of those toilets, and I'm really excited just for that.
Wait, like it comes with that standard?
That's the one thing I want is one of those smart ass toilets that like sings to you. And
yeah,
like,
it makes music. It
vibrates.
warms.
It like it heats the seat for you in the winter.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's
You're gonna have
the
that?
day button.
Yeah, definitely. If I have a house, bro, that's gonna be like my first installment.
But the fact that it's in an apartment that she's gonna move into.
Dude,
that's like a standard thing.
That's a standard. That's part of her rider.
Yeah, that's on my contract. No.
Yeah.
Does the kitchen technology match the toilet?
Oh, you know what I like about my kitchen? The sink has a foot pedal for turning the water on. So when your hands are busy holding dishes, you can press on a foot pedal and then the water.
Smart. I like that.
See, I've seen them in like public places, but I guess I never thought about it in a kitchen setting.
It makes
it's
sense.
great in a kitchen. I wish my bathroom had it too, because sometimes I'm washing my face and I put my foot down and there's nothing to put my foot down.
I also hate the idea of keep touching the handle every single time I'm like touching all the dishes.
So is your new place, is that like a standard thing there too, where you'll have a foot pedal in your kitchen there?
Yeah, my new place is a little smaller, but yeah, I think they have that as well.
Well, I saw someone installing like the new, the faucets now with the voice IQ. You can talk to it and tell it, hey, I want a cup of water, or like the elbow touch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's advanced. They don't have that here, or I don't have that here.
So you would hire a moving service to go to your new apartment, or you just kind of pack up and go?
I do need a moving service because also all my furniture, or technically the boss's furniture, because he bought everything here.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Does he do that for everybody?
Yeah, well, I don't know if every school does it, but for my school, all the teachers, which there's only me and a new one is coming soon.
Oh, okay.
It's in the contract he pays for the rent and buys all the furniture.
And you still get paid.
And I still get paid, yeah.
That's awesome.
But I do pay for like utilities like electric and gas and stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's totally fine.
Internet and all that other stuff, I would assume too, right? You have to pay for it? Or does internet come with the package?
No, he pays for the internet.
Jeez.
Told you, it's like a standard to living here. It's like
it's a nice setup.
Life, liberty, and Wi-Fi, bro.
So when's the last time you were back in the States? It's been a while, right?
2017, maybe?
Yeah, when you came to my house, I think.
Yeah, because I wanted to come again this year. Oh, my phone's running out of batteries. Wait, plug it in. but with what's going on, I think it'll be a while before I can visit. Maybe next year when everything's settled down more.
They have they get put in a quarantine week over here. Same thing if we were to travel overseas.
Yeah, that's a thing too. People that want to visit here will have to do 1 week quarantine at the airport or near the airport, and then 2 weeks at an apartment or something. So
Yeah,
that's like 3 full weeks of quarantine.
Which is a waste. You might as well just not go at all.
So if your vacation is 2 weeks, you're basically going to just to get quarantined and come home.
Yeah. Because if I'm going to quarantine someplace, I might as well do it overseas.
That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy. Wow.
I could imagine someone who goes from country to country to be quarantined and then blog about their quarantine experience.
Why not? There could be a following for it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see someone actually doing that.
No, but think about it. Like you're saying, that's 3 weeks. And like that, your vacation's over if you're taking a vacation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting in a hotel because you can't go anywhere.
Yep.
Or wherever they put you up at. Wow.
So only come here if you want to work or something. Or you spend on
Jeez.
being for several months.
But yeah, to actually go there for vacation. Yeah, no, not around this time. Well, considering what you just told us, that's 3 weeks basically of being quarantined.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if you're tested positive? Is the quarantine longer?
No, they send you back.
You know what? I don't know. But yeah, it does sound like something they would either like put you somewhere else. And I guess if you're sick, so they have to take care of you, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, like you have no insurance there. How you're gonna pay out of pocket? I think it's.
Well, when Mom visited, we had to go to the hospital because she accidentally burned herself.
Right.
Yeah. And it's really cheap, even though she didn't have any insurance. It wasn't too bad.
So, like, is the cost of living there relative to the cost of living like here? Would you say like if you were like, you know how people work in the city but live in New Jersey or things, so like if you're working in Korea and then you decide to come back to the States, would it be relative like to what you would be paid for the work you're doing kind of thing?
I think because I'm thinking of my job, like how much would a cram school or, not an actual elementary or middle or high school teacher, but like a cram school teacher would make. And I feel like if I worked in a cram school in New York, I don't think it would be that different because a city is a city and they still have to pay for your, cost of living.
Right.
But I don't actually know. I don't know if it'll actually be like that.
So if you were to go shopping for, let's say, clothes, do clothes seem cheaper, more expensive, kind of the same?
I would say kind of the same.
Yeah.
Actually, it depends where you shop. If you go to any of those big malls, but then big malls in New Jersey also are more expensive, right? Like Garden State Plaza is more expensive than Jersey Gardens.
Yeah, well, Jersey Gardens is an outlet, though. That's why it's cheaper.
Yeah, so I think it's fairly expensive. It's more expensive than Taiwan, definitely. Taiwan was super cheap. But compared to the US, I think it depends where in the US and where in Korea.
Right.
Not the same.
Like I heard like Seoul is like a show, like everything's expensive.
Yeah, Seoul
but
is
certain districts you go to, you're screwed. It's like living in New York City with like their high-rise apartments and like $1 million like studios for. So I guess my question would be like, for someone who's now like 3 or 4 years into a program as an expat teaching English overseas, traveling and stuff like that, and living that lifestyle and enjoy and thriving in it, what would your advice be for someone who's into it, or how would they go about it, trying to follow your steps, or how to be successful with it?
Oh, I mean, how successful am I with it? It's just
you're doing it, right? So like maybe just the basics in terms of just getting into it in general, right? Well,
make sure you have all your files in order, because sometimes you'll need to get an apostle or an FBI background check, and sometimes you think you'll have everything and you'll miss like one thing. So make sure you have all your documents.
Okay.
Make copies of all your documents as well. And also join those Facebook groups. Look up online to see if you can find any groups, because those are really helpful for any questions you have about like where to go or what to do.
Is there particular companies you recommend, or who are you with right now? Like who's the one that's, I guess, your company, I guess, who does everything?
The cram school I work at now is called Sangsu Academy, but it's really small. It's literally 2 or 3 years old.
Okay.
But my old school in Taiwan is Shane English Schools, and I think that's a great place to start working, because they have in Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, I think, as well.
And then what certifications or stuff like that? Is it hard to get an accreditation? Because like obviously, like us knowing you didn't come from like a teaching background originally out of college, right? Your degree was more like business. So how do you
take CELTA or TEFL are the two. Usually, I think CELTA I had to do 100 hours of teaching or something like that. And TEFL, I think TEFL you can just do online actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think TEFL is supposed to be easier, but I didn't do that one. So
is there a particular curriculum that you come up with yourself, or they kind of say, hey, we want you to do this?
That's why Shane is really good as a starting school, because they give you everything.
Oh, I see.
Where I work now, I plan everything. Like there's no tests or homework unless I want to give tests and homework.
Oh, really?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get to plan everything how I want it.
That's awesome. Moving on in the future. So is this like, do you see maybe not only in yourself, but other people, do they just continue and stay the same? Or is there like a upward trajectory kind of thing? Like in terms of the future, like, is there upward mobility, or is it more along the lines of like, people who are content and just love being in another country teaching? I mean, it seems like with what you're doing right now, like your rent is paid for, you're teaching, so it doesn't seem like there's a lot of overhead, so you can really enjoy the country. But obviously it's not like you're like a baller in the country, like a millionaire, but you're able to experience it and enjoy it and live freely.
Yeah, I've seen both things, where I know some people who they come to teach for a year and then it's 20 years later and they're still just teaching.
Right. Yeah, I remember you saying that before.
And I've also seen people where they start teaching and then they move up and suddenly they're in administration in the higher ups of the school. I have friends in Taiwan who opened up their own school after teaching for a while.
Wow.
So do you have any aspirations for that, or you kind of are just content with what you're doing?
For right now, I'm kind of content with just being a teacher, because I haven't figured out where I want to stay. Like sooner or later, I have to settle down in one country or go back to the US, either or, right?
And you haven't figured that out yet?
Yeah, I haven't figured out where I want to really stay as like, this is home,
Right. Did you give yourself a timeline, or you're kind of going to go with the flow on that?
I'm kind of going with the flow on that.
Yeah, how old are you now?
I am 28.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah.
Still young. You definitely have a lot of time.
You got time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no rush.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, is success to everybody has a different definition. So if you're happy with what you're doing, I would say you're successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. And then the only reason I ask is no pressure. It's just curious because, like, we don't know anybody that's taken this leap or gone in this direction. So it's kind of curious to see, like, okay, like what the mindset is, or like how someone in that situation thinks in terms of long-term versus short-term.
All right, Megan.
Thanks again for hopping on.
Yeah.
Thank you for
take care out there. Hopefully you get to come next year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun at work.
Oh yeah, your day just started. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to eat breakfast now.
All right.
Enjoy.
Okay,
right.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, bye. Where's the button?
Bye.
There it is. Bye-bye.
Later.